Right, Ian, it's time for us to turn the spotlight onto you now.
Yes.
Here we go.
A few quick questions. Now, here is a school photo. Here we are, Matt.
We'll hand this over to you, and we'll put it in the big plasma for all of you at home.
OK. Can you point yourself out, first of all?
Yes. I'm there.
Great
Good.
hair.
Correct.
Good
You've got
hair.
it.
I appear to be wearing a lampshade.
Look at that close-up. It's absolutely... Well, speaking of that lampshade, would you rather have kept that hairstyle or own your own steam train?
I'd rather have kept that hairstyle.
But you are a bit of a fanatic on steam trains, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm very keen on trains.
Why?
But, I suppose someone said this man's in love with yesterday. It's a reasonable description. I do like steam trains. They have a sort of romance of travel that my commute in a train where there aren't enough seats doesn't really have.
OK.
OK, we'll move on.
Moving on. Kiss and Makeup is the next.
Kiss and Makeup.
Robert Maxwell, if he were alive, or Piers Morgan?
Right. You're trying to make it easy for me, aren't you? What, multimedia magnate who fell off his yacht or CNN presenter? Maxwell.
OK. If you did have one desert island book, would it be a book about cricket or one of your wife's novels?
It would be one of my wife's brilliant novels, probably the latest one, The Thread, which is out next week.
You know what side your bread is buttered on.
Lovely. Well, talking of stories.
Yes, the story of a cavalry horse in World War I has fast become one of the theatrical sensations of the decade.
Warrior, the most appropriate name for that horse.
Brilliant name.
Incredible story.
But you've seen the production of War Horse a couple of times, Ian, haven't you? What did you make of it?
Well, the puppetry's brilliant, and being British, instead of talking about human suffering, we do it about an animal.
And here it comes. Speaking of which, this is Joy. OK, it's the horse from the National Theatre production of War Horse. It's just unbelievable puppetry.
So
Finn Caldwell here is in charge of directing all of the puppeteers and directing the puppets themselves. So, Phil, where do you start then, Finn?
Well, we start by giving them 8 weeks training, so they have all that period to get used to the moves of the show, and then they end up in the show. We've got 3 people operating the puppet here. We've got the guy on the head, who's in charge of obviously keeping the head in the air, and he controls the eye line of the horse, so what it's looking at all the time.
It's breathtaking. Well, look
It
at
is,
yeah,
but I mean, you know, it must be incredible work for the guys inside the horse. But in the show, somebody actually rides the horse
They
as
do,
well, don't
yeah.
they?
Somebody rides on the show.
There's a cavalry charge.
There is.
It's quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the guy in front there, he's in charge of the legs and how it walks and the weight of the horse, but he's also got the breath. So by bending his knees, and you can see that it looks like the horse is actually taking air and actually
Yeah,
staying
you
the
see all
horse
of that,
alive.
yeah.
The guy at the back, he's got the difficult task of making sure that the gait is always right, the walk of the horse. So when it moves from sort of walking to trotting to galloping, he's always making sure that the rhythm is right there. They spend a long time studying horses, and we work with the King's Troop.
Do you really? Yeah, OK. Well, Howard here is the original Sergeant Thunder.
Hello.
How are you doing? All right? You good?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Now, it's been incredibly popular, hasn't it, this story?
I think 1.5 million people have now seen it at the National, the New London Theatre in London and on Broadway.
OK, but there's a new exhibition on, isn't there?
Yeah.
What can people expect to see then?
Well, we went down there this morning. It was fantastic. It was absolutely free. You can see lots of bits from War Horse. There's bits going on, bits from the movie. That you can see swords, but also you can actually decorate your own war horse.
And that's in the National Army Museum.
National Army Museum, absolutely free. Starts on Saturday.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Howard. Or
Brilliant.
Sergeant Thunder, whichever you want. Well, that is all for tonight. Thanks, obviously, to Finn, to Joy.
And, of course, to Ian here. Good luck with the Private Eye exhibition.
Thank you.
And you can see Ian, of course, on Have I Got News For You on Friday night.
Yes, on tomorrow's show, top bloke from Top Gear, James May, will be here. But
Yeah,
I think
we will see at 7
we'll leave you
o'clock.
with Joy, shall we just?
Yes, here we go.
Right, Ian, it's time for us to turn the spotlight onto you now.
Yes.
Here we go.
A few quick questions. Now, here is a school photo. Here we are, Matt.
We'll hand this over to you, and we'll put it in the big plasma for all of you at home.
OK. Can you point yourself out, first of all?
Yes. I'm there.
Great
Good.
hair.
Correct.
Good
You've got
hair.
it.
I
And
appear
there's
to be wearing a lampshade.
Look at that close-up. It's absolutely... Well, speaking of that lampshade, would you rather have kept that hairstyle or own your own steam train?
I'd rather have kept that hairstyle.
But you are a bit of a fanatic on steam trains, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm very keen on trains.
Why?
But, I suppose someone said this man's in love with yesterday. It's a reasonable description. I do like steam trains. They have a sort of romance of travel that my commute